Good afternoon, everyone. It's Travis with Coyote Moon Creative. I run a Squarespace web design studio. You can find my work at coyotemooncreative.com. I have been building Squarespace websites for 10 years. I built 125 plus sites. I also worked as a Squarespace employee in a number of different roles for 8 years before launching my own business back in 2022. So if you have any questions beyond this video, please reach out. My email is travis@coyotemooncreative.com. You can also find all of my information here in the description of this video. Okay, so today we're going to talk about custom fonts. Squarespace finally released the ability to upload custom fonts directly within the site styles editor. So I'm going to walk you through that whole process. But to take a step back, we're looking at a website that has custom fonts uploaded to the CSS editor. Historically, this was a pretty clunky process. You had to target specific font styles across different page types to really get everything to fit, including headings, body paragraphs, product page descriptions, buttons. All of these things carry their own font styles. So within the CSS editor, which we'll look at here, you can see the way that this is piecemealed together. Essentially, you had to upload custom CSS directly to the custom files. So I've got two added here. And from there, you've got to target the font face, the family, add the URL, the weight, the style, accent fonts, all these different variables. So all in, I mean, there's probably 200 lines of code just specific to custom fonts on Squarespace. So basically what we can do here is we can go ahead and delete any instance of CSS within our editor so that we can upload the custom font files directly to the site styles. And this is going to be a much more straightforward, easy, seamless experience where it's essentially no code required. So the first thing we're going to do, if you're in a situation and you have custom fonts on your website, I would highly encourage you to go through this process of deleting those custom fonts and then uploading the custom fonts to the site styles editor so you don't have to rely on CSS. Because as we all know, as Squarespace continues to evolve the platform, oftentimes that can break code. So we want to get ahead of the curve and ensure that our custom fonts are going to be displaying across all instances on our website. This is super important for a site like this. This website relies on these custom fonts. It is their brand identity. This is one font, a Chevalier, and then this is another directly above it, which is our accent font. This one's called Freebooter Script. So the first thing we're going to do is I'm going to go into the site editor, move myself out of the way here, and I'm going to do my best to delete any instance of a custom font. One thing that I would recommend if you're planning on doing this is going to change your live site immediately. So once I copy all of the CSS code within the CSS editor, hit delete, instantly my site is going to go back to the original font settings here. So I've got Bodoni and Merriweather added, right? Merriweather's fine because this is my body font, so that's not going to change. But all of the headings, these are targeted by that CSS. This is Chevalier. So when I delete the CSS, it's going to revert back to this Bodoni Moda. So just keep that in mind. You can also duplicate pages and likely sort of play around with this so that it's not affecting things, or do it on off hours, right? Maybe on the weekend, or maybe in the evening when people aren't searching your site as readily. So let's dive into the deletion of the CSS. So all of this custom code is going to need to be deleted. And what we're going to be left with is, Let's see if there's any other code. I'm just going through all of my custom code to see if there's any other instances of Chevalier or Freebooter script. A bit of a manual process. Oh, there's another instance, but well worth it in the long run. Again, this is going to prevent you from having to go back and do work on the fly when the custom fonts break or something happens to the platform via updates and your site no longer displays the custom fonts you added to the CSS editor. Okay, so the product block, that's also Chevalier. And we continue to scroll down and move through all of this code. And it looks like we have covered all of it. Okay, so now when I click save and I refresh the page, what happened was the site went from Chevalier headings and Freebooter script accents back to the Bodoni, which is set within the site styles editor. Awesome. Okay. So that's step one. If you have existing CSS code that's targeting all of your custom fonts, go ahead and delete it and remove it and go through this next step process of adding your custom CSS directly to the site styles under the headings, paragraphs, buttons, miscellaneous, any instance of a different font style. You're going to want to go ahead and upload. So first things first, click into site styles, click into headings. Click into the specific font for our headings, which right now is set as Bodoni Moda. Look at this. We've got a couple different font options, global font options here now too. This is also an upgrade, so I'm seeing this in real time, which is kind of blowing my mind. I will say that Squarespace has got a ton of new product rollouts they're going to be coming out with before the end of the year as well. So this is a really great time to be a Squarespace designer, developer, but also somebody that runs a site on Squarespace, because there's so many customizations and new features that are going to make your life so much easier, and all of them are no code. So I'm pumped. This is brand new, global fonts for Latin and Japanese. But this is what we want to focus on. So this is an upload icon. So go ahead and click it. From here, you're going to want to upload your custom font. Now, Squarespace supports these different file types. They support .otf, .ttf, .woff, and .woff2. So those are the 4 supported font types. I don't have enough time to get into which one's best. You can do your own research on that, but essentially they support all 4 of those custom font file types. So when I click plus, that's going to take me to my local device. I'm going to go ahead and find my custom fonts right here. So for my headings, I'm going to use the same Chevalier. Awesome. Looking good. And so that was step 1. And I'll just take a step back and go back out to the beginning so that you guys can see this. So we're on the home page, right? We click Site Styles. We've uploaded our Chevalier custom font under Headings. Now when we click into Headings and we click into Font, we can now scroll to the bottom and see where our uploaded fonts have been. We can delete it using that button. So all of the in-use fonts on the site are at the top, and then the uploaded fonts are here at the bottom. So instantly when I click Chevalier Becker, this is so cool. It adds that as my headings site-wide. Amazing. All of the headings are looking beautiful, just like they did before. So this is really great. The reason that this accent font is not the freebooter is because we have not added that yet. There's a bit of workaround on that, which I can do in another tutorial, but essentially adding your own accent font does require a little bit of custom code, and I can walk you through that later. But if you're wondering why you're seeing the Chevalier instead of the freebooter, that is why. Okay, awesome. So now we've got our headings as Chevalier Becker, right? I'm going to click Save. So let's take it a step further. Let's go ahead and go into our products page and see how that looks. So the products page, now, if we click View Options, now we can go in to our site styles. And let's say, for instance, we actually want the title of the product item to match the headings font on that Chevalier. I'm going to show you how to do that. So again, from the home page, click Site Styles. Oops, it's being a little laggy. Give me just a second here. And hit Site Styles. I'm going to go ahead and refresh the page. Okay, Site Styles. Okay, so click into Fonts. Now click into Assign Styles, because this is going to allow us to pull up all the different font styles for all different pages on the site. So when we click Assign Styles, I'm just going to do a quick Command F and type in product, because this is specific to our product page, and it's actually our product list page. So the list title, as we can see, is set as Merriweather. If we want to change that to our new custom uploaded Chevalier font, click into Font Merriweather and select Chevalier. Click Save. Might need to refresh to see the changes. Okay, so that I think was for the products list page. I think that might have been for the product list page. Let's take a look. Yep. So now our product list page title has all of the Chevalier custom fonts uploaded. And I'll take it a step further. Apologies. So product list page is sort of the landing page with all your products. Product detail page or product item page is where individual products exist with the image, the title, description, price. So that's what we're going to focus on here. So click back into heading, click back into Assign Styles. Command F will get you the ability to pull up the word product because all of the font styles are related to product here in the site styles. And we can see that the list title is custom, but now we actually want to do the product detail page item title. So let's click into a product so we can see this in real time together. Okay, I'm going to put myself over here so it's not as distracting. So click Site Styles, click Heading, click Assign Styles, Command F, Product. Okay, so now we're on our product detail page, and this is what we want to target. The title of the product here on the list, or on the detail page, which is item title. We can see font is selected as Merriweather. We're going to drop down and switch it to Becker. We're going to click Save. And let's see. Nope, I didn't do it. Okay. Let's see where we went wrong. Assign styles, product. Okay, so there's different layouts on Squarespace for your product detail page. It's likely that I may have selected one. Let's see. I'm not really sure what the layout is. Let me just check what the layout is here. I believe it is simple. Yep, simple layout. Okay. I'm going to do one other thing. I may have some historical custom CSS. So this is actually a good kind of live demo. If that didn't change the product detail page list title, it's likely that I didn't remove enough CSS code from the CSS editor. So go back and sort of cross-check that. So if we click back in here to fonts, I just want to kind of continue this tutorial here. So if we go to product, we're on the simple layout product detail page. We set the title to Chevalier, but it's not pulling up. But again, that could be an issue with the CSS still lingering. Okay, so let's say, for example, we wanted to set the price. We can set the price that switched from Merriweather to this Chevalier Becker. Let's go back and try it again. Obviously, I don't want to use Chevalier Becker for anything other than the titles and the headings, but this is just a good tutorial for everyone. Go back to product. Go back to the detail page, product detail page, simple layout. We've got the price, custom, Chevalier. We've got the title, price, custom Chevalier, description, variant fields. And so we also want to add a custom font to the variant fields. Boom, one click. So as you guys can see, this is amazing. This is saving literally hours. I used to spend, probably a good hour on every website just fine tuning all of the different instances of font styles. If I uploaded a custom font to the CSS editor, cross-referencing, playing around with the size using CSS instead of the built-in tools. Squarespace has really opened up expressibility here for your for the option for you to add custom fonts to truly represent your brand, your vibe everywhere throughout the Squarespace ecosystem. So I'm really excited about this update. Let me know if you guys have any issues with playing around with this. Let me know what you think, what you feel. Add a comment, reach out. Always happy to continue connecting with you guys on these Squarespace updates. So thank you so much and have a great day.